Hello everyone, welcome to Stoic Wisdom today. Let me start with a question. When the world feels overwhelming, news, deadlines, conflicts, uncertainty, how do you stay calm? How do you hold your ground when chaos swirls all around you? Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, faced plagues, wars, betrayals, and personal loss. Yet through it all, he discovered a timeless truth. Peace doesn't come from escaping problems, but from mastering the mind. Calm is not given, it is built. In this video, we'll uncover 7 Stoic principles from Marcus Aurelius that act as anchors in the storm. They don't rely on luck or circumstances. They depend on your mindset and daily discipline. We'll explore how to separate what you control from what you cannot, how to choose your inner response, how to accept reality without resistance, how to reshape your judgments, how to retreat inward for peace, how to discipline your thoughts, and how to fulfill your duty with strength. These are not abstract theories. They are practical mental habits, tools to help you meet life with strength, clarity, and courage. Let's dive into the wisdom that can keep you steady when everything around you shakes. Principle 1. Separate what you control. Marcus Aurelius often reminded himself of a simple but liberating truth. Most of what happens in life is outside our control. The weather, the economy, the opinions of others, even the twists of fate. We cannot dictate these things. What we do control, however, is our own mind, our judgments, our actions, and our choices. This distinction is the foundation of Stoic calm. If you spend your energy trying to control the uncontrollable, frustration and anxiety will follow. But when you focus on what truly belongs to you, your response, you discover a new kind of power. Think of it this way. Storms will come, but you choose how to sail your ship. The sea may rage, yet your hands still steer the wheel. The outside world is not fully yours, but your inner world is always within reach. Marcus wrote in his Meditations, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." The moment you make this shift, chaos loses its grip. You stop being tossed around by circumstances and start directing your energy where it matters. This principle doesn't eliminate difficulty, but it prevents difficulty from ruling you, and that is the first step toward unshakable calm. Principle 2. Choose not to be harmed. One of the most powerful Stoic insights is that harm is often a matter of perception. When someone insults you, criticizes you, or treats you unfairly, the instinct is to feel hurt. But Marcus Aurelius reminds us, you have the power to decide whether that action truly wounds you. He wrote, "Choose not to be harmed and you won't feel harmed. Don't feel harmed and you haven't been." The meaning is clear. No one can reach into your mind unless you open the door for them. Their words are simply sounds. Their actions are theirs, not yours. The pain only begins when you accept their attack as truth or give it the weight of importance. To practice this principle, remind yourself that offense is optional. You may not control what others do, but you control what you take in. Every time you refuse to interpret negativity as harm, you reclaim freedom. This doesn't mean ignoring injustice or pretending everything is fine. It means standing firm in the knowledge that your dignity, your peace, and your character belong to you alone. Others may attempt to shake them, but you hold the final choice. When you truly embrace this mindset, you become like a fortress, strong, steady, and untouched by the noise outside its walls. Principle 3. Accept impermanence. Everything changes. People age, seasons shift, fortunes rise and fall. The Stoics taught that much of our suffering comes not from change itself, but from our refusal to accept it. Marcus Aurelius reflected often on this truth. The universe is change, our life is what our thoughts make of it. When we resist impermanence, we cling to what we cannot keep, a relationship, a possession, even our own youth. This attachment breeds anxiety, because deep down we know that nothing outside us is permanent. To live with peace, we must learn to flow with change, rather than fight it. The Stoic sees every ending not as a tragedy, but as part of the larger cycle of nature. Just as day turns into night and winter melts into spring, so too do all things move in and out of our lives. By accepting impermanence, you stop demanding that life stay frozen in your preferred form. Instead, you work with reality as it unfolds. This allows you to love more fully, without fear of loss. You appreciate what you have while it's here, and when it passes, you let go without bitterness. Impermanence is not the enemy. It is the reminder to live wisely, gratefully, and in harmony with the flow of existence. Principle 4. Control what you can, release what you can't. At the heart of Stoicism lies one of its most liberating insights, the dichotomy of control. Epictetus taught, some things are up to us, and some are not. This simple division reshapes how we meet the world. What is up to us? Our thoughts, our choices, our actions, and the values we live by. What is not up to us? The opinions of others, the outcome of events, the weather, luck, and countless forces beyond our reach. When we confuse these two realms, we suffer. We waste energy trying to control the uncontrollable, or we neglect the responsibility we do have, our response. The Stoic way is clear. Focus entirely on what lies within your control, and accept with calm what lies outside of it. This mindset brings freedom. It frees you from the tyranny of other people's approval. It frees you from fear of the future, because you know you cannot control it, only prepare for it. It frees you from regret, because you did what you could with the choices available to you. Every day, life will present challenges. Some you can influence, others you cannot. The wise path is to act with integrity where you have power, and to meet the rest with equanimity. This is how the Stoic remains steady in a world of uncertainty, not by controlling everything, but by controlling themselves. Principle 5. Virtue as the highest good. For the Stoics, everything comes back to one foundation. Virtue is the only true good. What does this mean? It means that wealth, fame, health, or success are not inherently good or bad. They are indifferent. What matters is how you use them, with justice, courage, wisdom, and self-discipline. A Stoic could be poor yet virtuous, and therefore truly good. Another could be rich, powerful, and admired, yet corrupt, and therefore truly flawed. The external circumstances don't define your worth. Your character does. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself daily, just that you do the right thing, the rest doesn't matter. This was not an excuse to ignore the world, but a call to align all actions with virtue. When chaos comes, people often cling to outcomes. I must win, I must keep this, I must be safe. The Stoic sees differently. I must remain just, I must remain honest, I must remain true. Virtue is unshakable because it depends only on you. Storms can rage, fortunes can vanish, people can betray you, but no one can take away your ability to live with integrity. This is why virtue is the highest good. It is not fragile like wealth, not fleeting like reputation, not uncertain like fortune. It is solid, enduring, and fully within your grasp. To live by this principle is to live with freedom. Because once you commit to virtue, nothing outside of you can make you lose your way. Principle 6. The power of perspective. Chaos often feels overwhelming because of how we perceive it. The Stoics taught that it is not events themselves that disturb us, but the judgments we place upon them. Two people can face the same challenge. One sees disaster, the other sees opportunity. The difference is perspective. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Choose not to be harmed, and you won't feel harmed. Don't feel harmed, and you haven't been." This wasn't denial of reality, but a reminder that meaning comes from the mind. A Stoic shifts perspective to uncover strength. Instead of saying, "Why is this happening to me?" they ask, "How can this serve my growth?" Instead of "This is unfair," they say, "Here is a chance to practice justice." Perspective doesn't erase difficulty, it transforms it. Where others see only loss, the Stoic sees training. Where others see insult, the Stoic sees a test of patience. Where others see chaos, the Stoic sees a chance to remain calm. This shift is not easy, but it is powerful. It turns obstacles into teachers. It makes even suffering meaningful. And most of all, it places control back into your hands. You cannot choose what happens, but you can always choose how to see it. And in that choice lies your freedom. Principle 7. The practice of stillness and inner calm. At the heart of Stoicism lies stillness. Not the absence of action, but the presence of clarity. The Stoics knew that in times of chaos, people rush, react, and panic. But wisdom comes to those who can pause, breathe, and remain centered. Seneca reminded us, true happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future. Stillness is this ability to anchor yourself in the moment, to stop the storm inside even when the storm outside rages on. Practicing stillness means creating space before reacting. It means choosing silence over argument, patience over urgency, reflection over impulse. This calm is not weakness, it is strength. Anyone can raise their voice. Anyone can act in haste. But to remain grounded when everything pulls you off balance, that is the true mark of discipline. When you cultivate inner calm, you become unshaken by chaos. The world will still change, people will still provoke, fortune will still turn. Yet you remain steady, because your foundation is not outside, but within. Stillness is the shield of the Stoic, and it is the practice that makes every other principle possible. Conclusion: calm in chaos, strength in stillness. We've walked through 7 timeless Stoic principles: clarity of control, emotional mastery, perspective, acceptance, resilience, virtue, and stillness. Each one is a reminder that while we cannot control the world, we can always control ourselves. And in a chaotic age, full of noise, stress, and endless distraction, this self-mastery is not just philosophy, it's survival. The Stoics teach us that calm is not passivity, and silence is not weakness. Calm is power, stillness is clarity, and virtue lived daily is the path to true freedom. So when chaos comes knocking, remember, ask what is in your control. Return to reason before reaction. Anchor yourself in virtue, not vanity. And above all, stand steady when others shake. This is the Stoic way, and it is a way open to you here and now. Thank you for watching Stoic Wisdom today. If these lessons spoke to you, let me know in the comments. I choose calm over chaos. And if you want more timeless wisdom to guide your modern life, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss a new video. Until next time, stay grounded, stay wise, and stay stoic.